What's up, everyone, and welcome back to second round coverage, back 12 of the Kratom Presents the 30th Annual Veterans Park Open, powered by Legacy Discs. My name's Gregg Barsby. I'm joined again by Luke Humphries. What's up, Luke?
Man, it's a pleasure every day I get to sit in a booth with you. Starting my morning with you is a good deal, and we have some golf to watch. This is a 24-hole layout that we are playing, brought to you by the Arlington Disc Golf Association. We got Texas Chainwreck, big part of this, throwing down a ton of cash for this tournament.
Yeah.
This is not just normal A-tier payout. This is large, hence you see the big names here. You've earned yourself a little 4-stroke lead over Mason at this point. Austin and Zach, slow start, but 12 holes to go.
Right, yeah, there's a lot of golf to play. This course can get really breezy. Ideally, you just want to park some holes.
Yeah, no putts.
So right into the action. Hole number 13, wide open on an elevated, I guess you would call it brick structure.
Yeah,
This can be real nasty if you
the
don't
trickiest
get it close.
green out here.
Yeah, totally.
Nothing around. The wind blows. I think landing right or even past the basket on this day is going to be the preferred putting spot. It's just going to be hard to achieve that. Most discs are going to land left. These righty backhands.
And this might be a little wide from Mason. I mean, the headwind is ripping right now.
Give him that skip, though.
He's looking for ground play, and he got it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's still going to be outside the circle.
Okay. All right.
I'm pretty much going to do the same thing here, just maybe a little inside of Mason's.
Is that disc you threw on one?
No, that's a different disc. This one's a 168.
Okay.
A little bit
Oh,
wider.
my goodness.
It was. I think it was maybe a little short of hitting the bricks, but it went right in between the bricks and the basket.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was a pretty good run.
Nearly got basket high.
And this is
That looks
fantastic
great.
looking from Austin, and just getting up there into the circle.
Okay.
Very nice shot from Austin Hannum.
Yeah,
Guessing that was his pretty beefy force.
it is.
And here's the local Zach Asebedo. I think he just hung that out to dry a little too much.
The second you get it to turn over, it takes that spin off. You're not getting the flare skip anymore.
Right.
You got to
so
keep it flat or hyzer to get that.
Yeah, and he's going to be outside the circle. So he's going to putt first. Call it a 40 to 45 maybe.
Is he running?
Jam.
Let's go.
That was sick.
No way, dude.
Into the
That's a putt
headwind.
you don't run. Oh, my gosh.
Only if you're super local and you've done it many, many times. Look at that. You got to love it. Full extend. He's running it in.
Sick slow-mo from GK.
With the fist pump. He knows that was a big one because
That's
he's had that
nasty.
putt a bunch, and I'm sure he's 3-putted it a few times.
He started the day at 7, so he's getting back to where he started. It's got to be a confidence booster.
Mason just outside the circle.
Really?
Yeah.
I just talked about how hard this green was to putt on.
Yeah, me too. Another great slow-mo.
No wobble.
Good pace. Both of those guys cash that high in the chains.
Yeah.
That's that headwind trying to get it up and away.
Good grief.
I know. And I'm right on the circle's edge, so I'm not doing it, man.
What?
Yes, sir.
No.
That was my best putt that I've had thus far
Oh
in the round.
Gosh, dude.
Mine was more of a left to right tailwind. Just put it up in the air. I put that top shelf, and it went dead center.
So nasty. 3 slow-mo putts already on this hole alone. That's why you guys are on the lead card.
Well, so let's be honest here. The pressure is all on Austin right now.
Yeah.
And he
It's
doesn't
no
have a
gimme.
cakewalk. He's still
Oh
at
my
29 feet.
All of you guys you hit outside this. Yeah.
No. Look, I'm like
Yeah,
mad at him.
yeah.
I'm
Dude.
like, what are you doing, man? I was like, I made it. I made it for you, man. We were all going to go.
And he had a tricky angle. He was the one that had the headwind.
Yeah.
The pure headwind.
Pure headwind.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what's called hole 14, but now we're getting into the temp holes. So
Yep.
this is hole A.
Correct.
550 feet, just over 165 meters. This is absolute smash. In today's wind, you've got it maybe pretty much a headwind, a little bit right to left.
That's correct.
Super, super difficult to be able to get it that far. I have seen this hole two'd before in years past.
Yeah.
But in today's wind, I don't see anybody twoing this
No.
hole. It's so far.
It's a bomb. Just throw it as far as you can. Full flight that thing. Don't get it to turn over. And
look how much this is going to get away from Mason here. You can't really tell from that angle, but, I mean,
over by the sidewalk.
the wind just grabbed that.
Doesn't play OB. That isn't out of bounds.
No.
But
The
that's
only OB
way left. Cuts off his angle.
Yeah, the only OB is down there by the basket, right?
Right. Those planters long of the basket.
I'm going hyzer, trying to do a hyzer flip there with that boss.
I love this, really.
Little bit of a pull, and
It's a good angle in, though. You're not obstructed with the forehand. I know both you and I like throwing forehand approaches into greens. It plays better for a forehand over there.
yeah,
Mason will probably have to play a backhand from his angle.
certainly. Zach looked like he got over on that one just a little bit. Little round, he kind of lifted up on him, so he's not going to get the distance.
He'll
But
have
still
240 left in.
Wide open. I mean, it's one of those holes. It doesn't really matter if you throw it 450 or 350, as long as you put that second shot close. But here's one that goes nearly 500.
Wow. Trusted the stability of the disc by turning it straight into the wind.
Dude.
It fights out. That's a smash.
Austin crushed that shot. I mean, that thing jumped out of his hand. Here's Zach with that rock. Or maybe this is his AVR.
No way.
You
Only
couldn't
a
see.
10th
He
basket.
nearly rolled OB. I mean, it went to the out of bounds line and
Oh
then
my
popped back
gosh,
around.
Unlucky.
Too good of a shot.
Yeah, it was
That's what we
pure.
call too good of a shot.
That's that sticky approach disc you were talking about.
Yeah, a little bit of a pull out of my hand. I put it on the left side the whole way. It didn't really hyzer. But that's right up in there for 18-footer. Here's Mason. Like you said, he's got to play the backhand, but that's no problem for him.
Oh, that's well played.
Yeah, inside 20. And then Austin's almost in this weird no man's land where he doesn't know if he wants to run it or
Little
lay
half
it
bid,
up.
maybe.
Stable zone. And, that should be no problem for him.
Yeah, it would have taken a smash to get this in the current wind. In years past, Coda's gotten it. Eagle Simon. Some of the bigger arms have gotten this one, but I doubt anybody was getting it in this.
I mean, a nice conversion from Zach there. I mean, totally terrible break. Putting into a little bit of a headwind here.
I like it. You take
start-
your time.
I start getting nervous on those ones. I don't, I don't like that putt.
I mean, in the wind, those are the ones you need to take your time on, exactly like you did.
And every hole's crucial. I mean, this is a tournament.
Yeah, and you are playing for the win.
When you've got a chip stack, you're not playing a cash game.
Right.
You're playing a tournament. You don't
Right.
you don't push all in unless you have the
No,
because you're out.
good analogy.
You can't just rebuy and get back in there. All the shots count in tournaments. It's why I love playing in tournament golf. It's because there's that procession. You've got an elongated time that you have to consistently play at a high level. It's not just a one-round tournament. It's not just a one-round C tier. Like you'll see guys that will win C tiers, but it's not a 72-hole contest. I believe this contest is 62 holes,
Right.
which is enough to determine a winner.
Yeah, it's a marathon if you think about it.
So hole B, called hole 15, 563. You've got a Mando flag, the Kratom flag out there just to the right of Mason's shoulder is the Mando. A little sketchy,
Yeah.
You'd like it to be higher, but
Right.
uh-oh.
No kidding.
The only way that could be a worse break is if it went out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's just a slight miscue on
Right. I'm sure he
Mason's
didn't even
behalf.
see that tree.
Yeah, he probably wasn't even thinking about it.
I think the optimal line,
I'm trying to take it low and
think
get a
that
good
is-
skip.
yeah,
And pured the gap. Did exactly what I wanted.
that's great. You'll have 225, 200 for your up
Yeah,
shot.
maybe. Maybe it might even be less.
Okay, that is a great shot.
Yep. And I've got a pretty open gap too. I'm pretty happy with that one.
the more you commit to the hyzer, the shorter that approach becomes. You cut it tight on that Mando, get a skip.
Yeah.
Well, that's a great spot to end up from him
Yeah,
as well.
Zach put it in again, right? He got around that tree, which the way the wind's going, it kind of just makes the disc go over there. You can't, you don't want to hang it so tight to the Mando that you're risking missing it to the left. You'd rather play it out to the right. And Austin threw it through the trees. He's so powerful. He's such a strong guy.
He's so strong. Austin
Hannum's so strong.
And he can't even get to where you guys are at. Just a tricky spot for him. He's taking his medicine there.
Yeah, the only way that could have got worse is if it got OB, because he still had to go around the Mando.
Slide. Oh, my gosh. Took all of the momentum off in that little ravine.
Yep. He got buffed out there. He's going to have 35. Probably 35-footer or something. Austin likely playing his zone. He really, I think he's just been feeling it with that disc.
Chill.
Last month. That was a little sawed off. Maybe a little tentative.
Yeah.
It's a weird distance.
It's
a really weird distance. It's, you know, I bet you Asebedo has just under 200 here.
I think he does play for the backhand better.
And look how wide open his spot is.
Perfect.
Now,
are you a little,
I'm a little long.
Uh-huh.
And
but you have this
I hate to give a spoiler alert, but I misplayed the shot. I should have been using that disc on the ground right here. Held on my finger. Clipped a branch. 40-footer.
Wow.
Yeah.
Something lower with a little ground play.
That was a complete miscue. And I'm trying to read the wind here, and then it just sailed on me. I'm so mad. It's good to be able to laugh at yourself, but I'm just literally just like so irritated. Best drive on the card, take a 4.
You still got a putt for that 4 too.
You see Mason's just lift the tiniest bit. He missed that by an inch. He had the one earlier that was 2 inches high. That one was only an inch high. Austin Hannum. Whoa!
Oh my gosh, that thing tried to come back out.
European Open 2017. 01 final round.
Those baskets are a little shallow for sure. I'm not going to say any names.
Yeah. You need a better target for a major.
Good putt for me there.
Anywho, we're in the basket, and I'm just...
It's a 20-footer.
And I'm saturated in dejection.
Such colorful words. My imagination.
Mason taking a 5. You can tell he's not very happy about that.
No.
I mean, that's a tough one. Okay, so this is hole 6. Wait.
C.
I'm confused.
C? What hole is this?
Is this hole C? Either way.
Yeah, we're coming from a different direction on it.
Yes.
We're coming from where the tee shots are going to land.
We're playing the alternate tee pad for, I think, what is number 15? No, 14.
It's 14's basket that we're going to be throwing to.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry for the confusion, you guys. You're going to throw a large drive if you can. There's a Mando tree at the end of the fairway on the left, surrounded by caution tape. You'll see the trunk wrapped as we get closer to it. You just want to make sure you don't mess with it at all.
Austin got over on this. I think it came out where he wanted, but he just overcorked it. He's going to be out to the right. Still a safe play. It's not a bad place to be.
It's just a longer approach into the green.
Right. And he was saying that this that pole was in the way of his run-up. I'm playing a hyzer flip. Really want it to stand up. And this is exactly what I'm going for. Got back to hyzer,
dude, around the Mando tree. It's the best drive I've ever seen on that hole. Most people choose not to mess with that Mando.
That's right.
It's like 400 feet out there, so if you don't catch it right and you skip left of it, you just made this hole.
Yeah, and Mason, maybe just a little bit of little hangover from the last hole. Just doesn't get it in the air. And, again...
A big hyzer shot can give you a birdie from here.
Well, he's so cut off. He'd have to throw that thing so high in the air to get a look.
Yeah.
Almost kind of what he had to deal with on the prior hole.
Yeah.
Just so far out of position that he can't do anything.
Pinch the angle.
Here's Asebedo. He's going with a flick, going driver. Nice low hammer.
Just playing it into the trees, I think.
Look at this one.
No. Stops dead?
He nearly rang it. I mean, dead
With a
center
driver?
pole from
There we go.
300 plus feet.
I thought he wasn't going to smile for a second, but
Nearly
he flashed
made a
it.
field ace. So after that perfect read, Austin says, okay, I can do that too, buddy. His is going to skip up and be perfect. Went nowhere.
Okay, combined 12 feet for those two
I know.
approaches.
Now I'm nervous. I'm like, this is an easy shot.
Okay, just do what they did.
Okay, this is the disc I should have threw on the last one, right? Leave it way out to the left. Wind was sweeping, so I just tried to play it soft.
Sick approach. What is that disc?
It's a croc. Star croc.
Yeah. Saw Bo Tillman throwing them a lot last week in the Oklahoma Open.
They're super good in the wind. When you throw a drive where mine was, you're almost like knee knocked because I'm so close to the basket. This is a weird distance to approach from. It's only 160 feet, not 230.
It's not typically where you're going to practice.
I look over at Austin and say, "What's up with this wind, bro? I can't deal with this."
Dude, I just want to make this 8-footer real
I know,
quick.
dude. What is going on? So I'm kind of on tilt right now. I'm maybe a little tense as I have a little chit chat with Austin. Zach taps in at a sweet 3.
Are you checking scores at this point? You
No.
know that your card isn't necessarily keeping up with you. Are you wondering what other cards are doing?
We've done this a few times. I
Yeah.
know that they've pretty much caught me at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I've bled out maybe 4 or 5 strokes, so I figured if someone's playing really good, they might have caught me, and maybe I got a 1 or 2 stroke lead.
Yeah, you can just feel it.
Now these 2 holes, I'm thinking, okay, this is a must birdie. This is original hole 15. They
correct.
moved this pin to the left, so
It turns into like a little hyzer approach.
yeah, you can
backhand.
hyzer it, or it's like a sidearm chip shot. There's a couple more trees to play on with the
You're
sidearm.
throwing down the same gap as the other hole.
Here we go. 2 in a row for Zach.
And they just stopped dead. Did he say ring him up?
Yeah,
Let's go. Young guy getting fired up.
he
That's
is.
awesome.
He is getting fired up. That's sick though. The last 500 feet, he hasn't missed the shot. Like he literally has been on his target for 500 plus feet.
Give him a little straight skip.
Little tight from Austin there. This again, this hole's so touchy. It's so short that you
It
kind of have
is.
to take a little off. I'm going croc again.
Okay.
This one got away from me early, barely cleaned the tree.
Similar distance to Austin on the other side.
About 22 maybe. And now Mason, being that his throws are, so clean mechanically,
Yeah.
I could never see him throwing it any worse than this.
I couldn't either. He's so technical.
Yeah. He just sets it under the basket.
Yeah.
Really quality.
Well done from him.
This is a must-get hole for the top players.
Yeah.
You have to get this hole.
It's 226 feet. The
You
gap
have-
is huge.
Yeah,
The
you
ground
have to
play
get
is
it.
there. Yeah. We should be able to take every disc out of our bag and put it inside the circle.
Yeah, I'm birdie this hole.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
No matter what disc we're throwing.
Sure, and that's pretty much all I'm thinking here is don't blow it. Right?
Now that we've gotten there.
Please don't blow it. Please no.
Heart.
No, that one
Great
was
putt.
good. But you kind of know in the situation, right? When you not necessarily in the driver's seat, but when maybe you're in the lead or you know that it's close, you have to convert those 23 footers. Like everybody can sit and talk about, make 25 footer. Yeah, but have you made it when you really need to, and then make 8 in a row?
Yeah.
You've gotta
miss
make-
a couple and then make the next one.
Right.
How are you going to have the shooter's mentality? You're going to come back?
Yeah,
keep
you
aiming
just-
at that target?
You've got to just keep knocking them down when you're in that spot.
Yeah.
So this is original hole 16, hole 18 today. Precarious pin position. This one hasn't changed. The only thing that's really changed is a little bit of the wind. I think it's a little stronger.
I think you're right. Yeah. Headwind left to right.
Now here's Zach. Being a local, I think he's thrown the shot so many times. Like,
Really?
he said before this, he's like, I'm going to ace it. Almost did it.
No way.
Yeah. He's starting to get the...
You've got to be so dialed in to throw the backhand hyzer.
He's got the juice right now.
Yeah.
Feeling it.
Yeah. Hasn't missed a pin by more than 5 feet.
And Austin absolutely despises this shot
Oh, no.
immediately. the wind just snagged it. I mean, he's over in Timbuktu.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I've been there. It ain't fun. So you're looking to get a little more anhyzer out of your flick, push it a little further straight.
I'm trying to keep the nose. I'm trying to keep the nose at bay, not trying to lift the nose up too much, right? Because that's when the wind gets nasty.
Yes, that's a shot right there.
That was a really good one.
Yeah.
Because it's so windy. I watched what happened to Austin, and I'm like, okay, that's the last thing I want to do. I've got to get a look here. And there's that stupid stable Firebird that Mason throws.
Yeah.
Nose got up. She gone. He might get a look out of there, but extremely
low ceiling.
tough.
Yeah, totally. Okay, Austin's got a window at least.
I think he's just going to lay this up. No. What a baller.
He's not in the mood.
He's not in the mood.
That looked like a layup from a tricky spot.
Okay, so that's what it was.
Austin further back had a more open window. This is a great place to end up for you.
Yeah. Just kind of tucked in there.
Yeah, putting 3 together there. That's nice. Getting back on the train.
This is a weird birdie.
It is a weird birdie.
I'm feeling really happy. I got this one both rounds, and it's just, yeah, everybody can get it on the entire course, but I'll bet you maybe only 30-40% of people actually do.
Yeah.
And Austin is he's just a little off.
Slightly off. Yeah. It's the game we play.
And he's getting that perfect storm while Zach taps out another 2. He's got a big smile on his face. He's finally putting it together.
Yep.
Coming into his own on the lead card.
Yep.
Austin, he's just a little off, but then he's also kind of got pimped on a few breaks, which just it just turns the round sour, right?
It does, man. It's so hard to stay positive.
Yeah.
The greats do, and you got to stay confident at the end of the day. Play one hole at a time, one shot at a time.
Yeah.
But it's so much easier to say than to do.
Oh, for sure.
Hole 19. This is normal hole 17. And this is a great birdie here. You see the bunker of trees on your right. Basically, the only thing you don't want to do is go in there. Anybody inside the circle or right around circles is going to be a great shot today in this wind.
Yeah, the wind's kind of coming up the hill. You're throwing downhill a bit. And Zach's looking for this to turn just a little bit more. You see the wind wanted to help it, but he had it a little too high in the air, I think.
Yep.
That's going to be an easy decision.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, to run it.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
From there, he will have some trees in the way, too, so it's probably just a layup.
So I made a disc adjustment from yesterday.
Is that boss?
I'm going boss. I'm hoping it's going to lift, and it just never does.
Oh, man. All it needed was just a little bit. It was getting to angle.
It needed 2 feet, and that thing was ace run or past it, probably. But yesterday I threw into that stuff on the right that you said you never want to go.
Yeah.
Speaking of being a beastly, I'm yelling, get in the hole.
Go in. Oh, my gosh. What a shot. There we go. Smile out of Mason.
Silk.
That was filthy.
That was a silky shot. He looked like he barely even threw it.
Here's another guy that knows how to throw a 2-finger.
Whack. And this one's got the angle.
Oh, my gosh, dude.
Oh, he hit the tree right in there. I thought he had a little more D on it, but that's a fantastic place to be.
Yeah, maybe a good stop, honestly. It could have kicked him into those trees over there.
Look at Zach's not laying this up at this point. He's just hit almost every... He's been, nearly acing from everywhere.
Yeah, might as well.
Doesn't matter.
House money.
So I'm in limbo here, and I think you'll be able to tell I wanted to run it. My heart didn't let me, though, because I've already done this once this round. Spoiler alert if you haven't watched the front 12. Go ahead and watch the front 12.
About the time you were winning your world championship, and then, the following weekend, was it in Delaware? Mm-hmm. You were, throwing in 150-footer around, basically. Just like you were doing there. You'd stand still, give it some nose up, and just bang them. I remember watching it thinking, Gregg is so dialed right now. He must think everything's going in.
Yeah, I think I had an insane percentage that year. It's probably since Ron Russell. No one's been throwing him in like that. But
one around at least.
Oh, and both Austin and Mason don't convert after having fantastic drives. I mean, just to get a putt on this hole is so good.
Yeah, it is.
And then to not get the conversion
Hurts.
that does hurt.
You got a little tester.
Zach taps in.
No worries.
I tap in.
Yeah, that's like a 22-footer. You're making those count.
Those are the ones, even when you're not playing good, they keep you around decent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Got to make those close ones. That way you can just connect your scores.
Yeah. It's the difference between
I
your round and Austin or Mason's round at this point.
I know pars aren't your favorite.
No.
But they're a lot better than bogeys.
Especially on that hole.
Yeah. All right, so this is hole C. Calling it hole 20, 282, 85 meters. They changed the tee pad from last year.
Yep.
This is either kind of like a crazy spike hyzer, and you're kind of just playing a dump into that tree out there, or you can go low. I think everyone will go with the hyzer here.
Yeah, I don't like low at all. This is so high.
Yep. And Zach just a little short.
Okay.
He hit early. And
Yeah, it looked like a little too much height to get all the way to the basket. I think the optimal play is to kind of hug the tree height a little bit more.
as I say, slam it in there. I'm playing a headwind, and that was a little early release, and the wind came out of the right to left and just swung this thing way far away.
Yeah, it looked like it disappeared left out of the screen.
As I say, that's the second time, right?
The wind pimped you, huh?
Yeah.
Dang.
Wasn't very happy with that one.
This is the height that I'm talking about.
That was a good one. Just barely cleared the tree. And
Mm-hmm.
hit
Connects
down. He's still going to have to
early.
work for it.
Yeah, those trees are about 30 feet high. It's hard to do, but you're trying to miss the hyzer 30 feet left. You'll connect with the trees above the basket and drop it down. It's what is it? The word I'm looking for.
That one looks good. Oh, and he hits and gets stopped short. It's just amazing to think that he didn't get there. Everybody on the cart thought that
Austin got
parked
there.
it. A little shrubbery early from Zach on his approach, but
Nicely done.
easy does it. He's going to be fine.
It's counterintuitive is the word I was looking for to play this hole.
Oh.
Another slight miss from Austin.
Yeah, and Austin's just feeling that
Oh my
burn
gosh,
right
Gregg.
now. Look at where I am, dude.
What are you doing in there?
I don't even know what I was doing in there.
Where are you?
Probably a good thing I hit that tree. My silly face trying to make a putt from nowhere. I don't even know what was going on.
Possibly just felt the pressure from the other car. Nice.
Boom.
Putt from Mason.
Yeah, Mason. Make up for that last one,
Yeah.
right? Look at that gap.
Sick slow-mo.
Booyah.
I love it when he switches the focus like that.
That
Starts on Mason.
that
Heads
was
to the
awesome.
bucket.
Yeah, clutch putt. We've only got like 5 or 6 holes left.
Right. Nice comebacker from Zach.
Yeah, I've got to be honest. This is one of my least favorite holes on the course.
I think that's fair.
They have a good amount of land that they're working with. 24 holes is always just a lot that you've kind of got to work something in. So
I think you're right about that too. Yeah.
we're on to hole 21, temp hole D.
Yeah.
428, 130 meters. You're teeing off of a sidewalk. You kind of got an uphill run up onto
Yep.
the sidewalk, and then kind of rolling hills,
Yeah.
undulation. This tree is so hard to clear.
Yeah.
You've got to have monster power
Mm-hmm.
to be able to get over this thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is a tough birdie and what I would consider a bonus if you get the 2 here.
I think you're right. The hillside forces you to throw it high. You're trying to miss that tree we're talking about, probably on the right side with the stable disc hyzering back out.
And Mason, he's just trying to play it down below here and hoping to miss some branches. He does.
Really?
That's such a good shot. I mean, I would never tell somebody to do that, but that's a really good shot.
Yeah, it looked like he pulled off the exact shot he was going for. Gives
Yeah.
himself a putt.
Totally. We talked about it. He said, yeah, I was just hoping to miss the branches.
There you go.
He did. Zach, little pull job there, and the wind dropped him into the tree.
Oh, man.
He's going to have fun with that one.
Might have been a good tree, honestly. There's a sidewalk out of bounds that you see there. I think he would have had to be unlucky to reach it, but on a day like this, when unluck happens as much as luck, it's...
Oh, yeah, I'm so mad.
What?
I just start clapping for
Ice
myself.
skates? Were you wearing ice skates
I think I was.
Yeah.
You see,
That
people
sucks, man.
People ask me why I don't like rain rounds. I can barely stand up, and it's nice
That
weather.
sucks, man. That's a bummer.
Yeah. Yeah, you do that, you feel really dumb. There's like a bunch of people there. You're just like, you're like, oh, sweet, so good to be here.
Everybody understands it, though, at the end of the day. There was some sand. No one else stepped on it. This is a tricky spot to be in.
Heck, that's a good shot, but it's just a little bit wide. He's got to look down the hill at it. And he has made the most putts on this basket because he owns this basket.
Is that his basket?
Yeah, this is Zach's basket.
All right. Just like the backyard on it.
And I'm thinking...
Are you running this?
Of course. Short, though. Body wouldn't let me do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Downhill, out of bounds behind it.
Austin.
Little
That's a really
half-pin.
common place to be, huh?
This is a great result from Mason's shot. See if he can do this.
Yeah, to get it over the trench. Bang.
Let's go.
Man, yep.
What was that, 45?
Something like that.
Back-to-back holes. He's hitting nice putts.
Yeah, that's a good look right there. Great slow-mo from Mason Ford.
Yeah, with the slow start that he had, he can salvage this thing, get some birdies coming in, and he's doing a good job of it right here.
Here's Zach for his 3. Oh! He got by, and that still got some meat on the bone.
Oh, wow, it does, too.
Yeah.
Just got a little aggressive on that first run. Cost him. I feel his pain. I did a similar thing on this hole.
Well, this is when he said, "This is my basket." And he's like, I'm thinking, how many putts have you made on this basket in your life? And then it gave you a 3-putt in the tournament.
Oh, my gosh. See you back at the house. I might paint you or
Right.
throw you around or something, you know. And start smack talking the basket for sure.
So Mason, after getting an awesome 2, I mean, there was pretty much a full spread there.
Yeah.
On to number 22, temp hole E. Probably the most beautiful hole in the course. You throw out over the fountain there.
Mm-hmm.
Sidewalk, and to the left is not OB. The only OB here is the parking lot, and then the planter to the right of the screen that you are looking at now. Or in the water. There's a drop zone if you go in the water.
Optimal plays the exact way that the drone took us.
Yeah, Mason's playing it wide side here, not
Okay.
even playing around, just going over the fountain into the safe.
Okay.
That's prime time.
It
Great
is.
shot.
Yeah.
And I'm
Even
thinking, I've played here a few times, and I've hit these trees. I want to throw the shot low.
Yeah.
Out of my hand, maybe a little too low. No, that's got enough speed.
Perfect low. Gets the hot skip.
Yeah,
Well played.
that's what you're
ideal.
looking for.
Mm-hmm. And here's something we see
Never.
not very often. This is that stable force.
And this is perfectly shaped just around the tree. You couldn't plan it better.
Oh, my goodness.
If you walked up there and set your disc down, that would be where it is.
Wow. Perks of having 420 feet on your forehands.
Here's Zach.
Headed at that
It's looking really good. Drop
Tree.
under the stuff.
perfect. Dives down, skips past the tree. All 4 of you guys are going to have pretty unobstructed up shots.
Mm-hmm. Zach's got a little bit of a
Ceiling.
hanging branch there. He's got to avoid. And he ticked it, but it got through.
I feel like it's a forehand from there. But he makes the backhand work.
Look, it's his home course, man.
He does what he wants.
I'm also throwing a backhand. I think I could forehand it, but Got that nexus, flies really straight.
Grabs the ground well.
Just give it a little bit of extra because you're playing up the hill.
Yeah.
All right, so like the distance of it, I'm thinking, okay, throw it 20, 25 feet harder than that. Now Mason in the absolute perfect position.
Sick shot from
Chip
him.
flick. And Austin from a knee, chip flick.
He's so close.
Yeah.
That's the closest I've ever seen anybody on this hole.
That's the problem when you only like cover lead cards. People just start thinking holes are really easy.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that guy only had like 120 feet. Like,
Yeah.
that's an easy hole.
Come here, play this hole.
It's really hard to get where Austin was.
You won't be within 100 feet of Austin.
That was pretty sick.
Nice birdie from him.
And look, this hole isn't super difficult.
But it's not this easy.
It's an execution.
Yeah.
And just goes to show you everybody that's on this lead card. Pretty high level execution.
Yeah, deserve to be here.
That's pretty much 4 tap out threes. Everybody getting the birdie. And we're moving on to hole number 23, hole E.
The flagpole hole. That is a Mando, that American flag. You must play left of it. It's either the flagpole hole or the bathroom hole.
Yeah,
it's
I've called
fondly
the flag.
The distraction hole.
Saying it's 409, 125. I think that's a miscue. I think this is 330 feet.
That makes me feel good about my forehand, though.
It's about 100 meters.
Yeah, I just like Heiser one over there. No, I think Gregg's right. I see a lot of guys opt for that stable forehand. This one will need to get some ground play.
I think that's pretty short.
Yeah, edge of circle. They'll still have a 30-footer left in him. What is this? This is the Eagle?
This is the Firebird.
Okay.
And this one came out a little early. I figured it was going to be OB. But it sat down.
Mm-hmm. Going
Not-
less than full speed.
Not a very fun putt from there.
No.
No.
Austin looking to make the adjustment on both you guys.
I think he's
Machete.
playing machete, yeah.
So stable.
Yeah. And he got it over, as you can hear the child in the background.
Okay. You're at the playground, kid. Why are you so mad?
That kid was mad.
Kids these days.
I'm telling you, this little dude wasn't happy. Zach's taking a turnover, which is a bit of a surprising play, but high level of execution. Perfect angle out of the hand.
Oh, my goodness.
Isn't that a good shot?
Planed it into the trees.
For a backhand, though? I mean, that was pretty slick.
Yeah. Look at this. Kids running around right next to you as you're trying to putt.
I did hear him. I can't say that it made any difference, though.
It's a distracting hole to play.
Yeah.
I heard an air dryer start, the hand dryers, as I was putting about this same putt.
Yeah.
Great putt from Mason.
Nice. Mason really keeping it together, finishing in the round, you know. After the one miss on original 17, he's just went on fuego mode.
Yep, exactly.
Nice birdie from Zach.
After that backhand, techie shot from him.
There's that air dryer
Yeah.
you're talking about.
And somebody's about to walk out.
I'm getting all the razzes right now, believe me.
And he walks out
You're
just like
fighting.
that.
Look, when you're fighting for the lead, everything's gonna come at you, bro. I just love it. You know, it's just such a good time.
One of those things. And all of a sudden, Austin has to putt this 10-footer in 30-mile-an-hour winds.
Into a tornado.
Golly, that's
Yeah.
Veterans Park for you.
Yep, he is not too happy with the round, but
We've done it.
he's played well.
We've arrived.
Back to original 18, hole 24 today. They have moved the pin. The basket is now sitting on that little concrete strip you can see on the left side of the screen.
Right there.
Basket's going to be there today. The TD made a judgment call because there was such a big backup.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's an okay change. Mason throwing that
No way.
beautifully tossed up the hill.
That's filthy.
That was a great shot.
You know, I knew he had a good forehand, but after this round, I'm really impressed with the way that he throws that forehand.
His forehand's gotten better. Yeah.
Just hyzer flip to flat to the bucket. This is 368. Plays like 4 bills.
Easily. This plays 400. And Austin asking it to get back to angle. Big jump. He's going to be a little bit to the left.
Yeah, that was just a foot or two low from getting back to that angle and skipping over. This is a more technical approach to this hole. And brings
he's pulled
in
it just a little. Needs to get some love.
neutral low.
Oh, no.
Could have been worse.
Yeah, he's not going to like that spot, though. It's a tough
No.
little
Yeah,
clear.
patent pending backhand Anheuser of some sort. Scorpius.
Going Scorp. I needed it a little bit more to the left. He's going to jump up there, though, pretty good.
Okay. That's a typical spot to putt from on this hole.
Yep. Maybe about 25 feet.
This is worse than I thought.
Yeah. So he didn't have much there, and the disc kind of wants to start turning backwards after he hit early. It's going to be a really tough save for 3.
Yeah.
He will have a putt,
They'll have a putt, right?
but
This would be a big one for Austin.
Yeah, Austin kind of needs this after the round he's had. And that really sums it up right there.
Yeah.
I can't stress enough how well he played to shoot the score that he did. He just didn't get – things just didn't click in for him.
Yeah.
And
Got
Zach,
unlucky a couple times, missed a few putts.
yeah, Zach had tough footing there. That was a tough one. And this, I come to find out, is for the lead.
Solo lead if you bang this one.
Yep, little headwind. I'm like, okay, be soft with it.
Oh, my God.
I love my life.
A
It's so cool.
centimeter low.
I love it. It's so good.
Your life is great. That putt doesn't sum your life up.
It doesn't. I am not a victim. As Mason finishes out really solid round. I would call it solid for the way that he finished.
Yeah, for sure.
He had some lulls in the middle, but he finished out with a pretty good score considering the finish.
Sure.
I think we tied on the round. It's funny how we have the same score and a much different outlook on the round, right?
Yeah, crazy. What did he birdie, like the last 6 holes or something to get where he's at?
I think I got one of them. So
Could have been great.
there's Austin contemplating life and his round, but
He'll have another day to fight. There we see at the leaderboard, Matt Bell, Miles Seaborn, and Bradley Williams all able to catch you and tie you. So tomorrow we have a 4-way tie for the lead going into the A tier. Bunch of money on the
gonna be
line.
a showdown.
I can't wait, honestly. I can't remember the last time this has happened. Emerson, Keith, and Mason Ford within distance. Austin's own Adrian Zapata, Bomber, going to be playing a big course tomorrow. So who knows what can happen. I love what's about to happen,
Just
actually.
5 strokes on the entire leaderboard. Really, anything can happen. Big thanks to all of you for tuning in today. For Luke Humphries, I'm Gregg Barsby. And all the guys at GK Pro, we thank you. Have a great day.